Conservative New Media viewers, J-Lin fans around the world, what's up? It's me, PFE Paul F. Villarreal, the NBA expert. We're here to discuss the Brooklyn Nets 130-116 loss tonight to the Portland Trail Blazers in Portland, Oregon. Portland improves to 26-35 on the season. Brooklyn falls to 10-51 on the year. What happened in this game was that Portland got off to an exceptional start. And early in the second quarter, Coach Atkinson called a timeout because he was so frustrated with the weak defense that Brooklyn was playing. And then from about that point of the game on, Brooklyn started playing much harder. And this was a fairly competitive game through most of it, including until the end, even though Portland poured it on late in this game. But it was a good game. It was competitive. It's exactly what I thought it was going to be when we talked about it in the video last night, which was a high-scoring shootout with two teams that like to run and that can score. And look, it seems really bad, a 14-point loss, and it's a blowout and all this, but it wasn't like that. The Nets played a lot of good basketball in this game, particularly on the offensive end. And when they wanted to, and when they went small, they played very good defensive basketball as well. Unfortunately for them, Portland is a really good offensive team, and they like playing up-tempo. So they're just kind of a better, version of Brooklyn right now. And they were able to get the victory tonight. They shot the ball better than Brooklyn did, although both teams shot well. They were a little bit better in terms of assists and turnovers, and those were the differences in this game. Portland shot 57% from the field, including 64% from three-point range. So they hit 16 three-pointers on 25 attempts, which is, that's almost unheard of. And they had a lot of open looks in this game. They did. So there were times where Brooklyn's defense wasn't good enough, but Portland also hit some very long contested three-pointers as well. And similar to Utah last night, Portland, they just played free, like they weren't concerned about Brooklyn. And that, if you have that mental edge, that can really help you. 29 assists, 12 turnovers for the Blazers, and obviously that's a considerably over 2-to-1 ratio there. Now let's turn to Brooklyn. They shot 52% from the field, including 47% from three-point range. They hit 14 three-pointers. Both of those numbers, 52%, 47%, are fantastic. 24 assists, 13 turnovers, nearly 2-to-1. Those numbers are good. We talked the other day about how if we could get Brooklyn to 25 assists in a game per game, they'd be in like top 4 or 5 in the NBA. They didn't. Their offense was fantastic in this game. Brooklyn's offense was great. They just didn't play enough defense, and that's what ended up costing them. They tried to get in a shootout with a team that's better on offense than they are, and they just weren't able to keep up at the very end of this game. They gave up 40 points in the final quarter, and they weren't able to overcome that. But like I said, many positives in this game. 5 players for Brooklyn scored in double figures or better, at least 10 points. And we also in this game saw a little bit more of KJ McDaniels, because Joe Harris missed this game with the concussion that he suffered yesterday, also a hurt shoulder from the same fall that he took. Justin Hamilton didn't play in this game as he was recovering from illness. So Coach played 11. KJ McDaniels was the 11th. So he got a little bit of run in this game. He didn't really do much, but at least he got to kind of get out there and feel his way around a little bit. Sean Kilpatrick, 20 points. Spencer Dinwiddie, 14 points, 3 assists. Brook Lopez, 26 points, 5 rebounds. Rondé Hollis Jefferson, 12 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists. Sean Kilpatrick had 5 assists. Karis LeVert had 6 assists and only 1 turnover. As I said, there are multiple playmakers on this team. The other day when we talked about this, I didn't mention Sean Kilpatrick, but he is capable of making plays. He's not a primary playmaker. He's not the guy you want handling the ball all the time because his ball handling really isn't up to speed for a point guard. But he can pass the ball. Dinwiddie did what he does. Isaiah Whitehead didn't have a lot of assists in this game. He only had 1, but again, he scored the ball a little bit. So between Lin, Dinwiddie, Whitehead, and you throw in Karis LeVert, throw in Kilpatrick, you can generate a good number of assists and get a bunch of points and a bunch of easy scoring opportunities, and that's what happened for the Nets tonight. JLin, 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Jeremy played 22 minutes, so he came up a little bit from the 20 minutes that he played in the last game, or the last 2 games, I can't remember right now. 6 of 14 shooting from the field, 4 of 7 from three-point range, 2 of 2 free throws, 1 steal, 1 block, 1 turnover, plus minus was a -8. Jeremy was big in the fourth quarter of this game. He came back into the game with, I think, about 6.5 minutes left. And he started making a push and started to get Brooklyn closer. The deficit had been like 13 or 14, and it got down to like 3 or 2. Jeremy had a large effect on this game. And look, I mean, 18 points in 22 minutes. He could have had many more assists. There were a number of unconverted assist opportunities in this game, including where he passed the ball to somebody and they were fouled when they're going up for a shot, which I call assist for foul. He had at least 2 of those in this game. And in addition to the others unconverted assist opportunities where he passed to somebody and they missed the shot. So 1 turnover, terrific in 22 minutes. The 3-point shooting is looking really good. Jeremy now should be, I would imagine he's over 37% for the season. And if that holds up, that would be his best shooting figure for any full season he's played in the NBA. His previous best was 36.9%. He came into tonight's game at 36.8%. And I would imagine that now he's going to be over 37% for the season. I don't know how much over, but over a little bit. Look, Jeremy's still not perfect because coming back off of the injury. Everything's not completely in sync and in rhythm. But boy, did he look good in the fourth quarter of this game. I think he scored 8 points in the fourth at least. And he was making things happen. Just his energy and his hustle was really helping tonight. He closed out the game, I believe. And as I said, these games are just completely different than what was happening earlier in the season. There's just, the Nets can do something now. And I think teams do have an extra confidence against the Nets because the record looks so bad. You just think, well, these guys are nothing. But that's not what's happening on the court. And so even though the teams might be playing kind of above their heads against the Nets because they're so confident, that's going to change in time because the Nets they're making things happen. And look, the Nets still they still have young players that don't know everything that they're doing. Sometimes their shot selection isn't great. There's still some wild shots here and there, like from Rondae Hollis-Jefferson, who's not a great shooter. There's still skills development that needs to happen with this team. They do want to try to get a bit more talent when they can, but as I said, since right before and right around the All-Star game break, this is a real team now. This is a team that's not a joke anymore. This is a team that can compete with teams. They have the depth. They have the athleticism. They can compete. And I think that they just, like I said, teams still feel like they're a joke. And so they're playing a little bit above their heads against the Nets, in my opinion. But in time, that will change. And tonight was another step forward. They made Portland work hard. And these games are coming on the road, which is a really good thing. The last couple games, I mean, this is what, game 4 of 8 on the road, I believe. So they're losing, except in Sacramento, but they're making a good showing of themselves on the road and against some good teams like Utah last night. That's really good. I think that momentum and that positivity will carry over when Brooklyn gets back to Barclays Center. So, like I said, tonight was a fun game. It was up tempo basketball. It was a shoot, run type of a game. It was fun to watch. The Nets definitely made a really good run at it, and that's good under any circumstances. And it's really good coming on a back-to-back. And look, I can tell you right now, like I follow Cleveland a lot this year. Cleveland had a back-to-back in Utah and Portland, and they lost both of them too. So there's no real shame kind of having a difficult time in some of these West Coast trips. So that's about all I have to say for tonight's game. Let's talk then about the next game coming up. That game will take place 2 days from now, Monday, March 6th here in the United States. They will face the Memphis Grizzlies in Memphis, Tennessee. The game will take place at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and actually it is the 6th game of the 8-game road trip. So tonight was the 5th game. I thought it was the 4th game, but I was wrong about that. Memphis is a good team. They're a playoff-bound team. They're tough. They're physical. Their new coach, David Fizdale, has them playing more of an up-tempo style than what they used to, like a little more offense, a little more juice in their offense than what they've had in the past. They're good, and it's going to be a challenging game. Memphis has traditionally been a good defensive team. I don't know exactly where they're at with that this season, but that's what they do. They grind you down. They have some good size, and they just kind of just maul you, almost like the grizzly bear for which the team is named for. So it's going to be a challenge. Memphis will be favored. Let's just keep going. I'm enjoying these games now, especially with Jeremy back, but just now the team is complete and whole. And as I said, this is a real team now. It's a complete team with depth at the different positions. This is a team that can compete night in and night out. Even if they lose a game by 10 or 15 points, they're still there, they're showing up, and they're competing hard. And the more that they get out there and play with one another, remember this team has had so many injuries this year, the better and better it's going to get. So let's get out there, let's compete, and let's get through these last couple games of the road trip so we can get back to Brooklyn, and then let's see what we can do there. So that is it for now. Hope you're having a great night or great day wherever you are around the world when you watch this video. Take care. We'll talk to you again in just a couple of days. Brooklyn Nets travel to Memphis, Tennessee, where they will face the Memphis Grizzlies Monday, March 6th.